Everything the enemy does is based on alternative. He decides that he's going to give you something that sounds like God. If there's no word, you would accept it. If you don't know the Bible, you will receive it. If there's no Bible inside of you, you will just embrace it. I would now tell you that is what's happening now. Because there's no Bible, there's no word being taught, there's a nation that's actually embracing all of the alternatives. So let me answer the first question. It says, I read the horoscope and it helps me daily. Is that wrong? You say yes. Emphatically you said it's wrong. But this person doesn't think it's wrong. Why? Because something happens. Now, I like to demonstrate here. I guess you realize that, right? Okay. Young lady in the white with the glasses, could you come please? Don't hide, come. Come and stand right here. You stand here. Right here. Nice to see you. Hope to see you again. And you're gonna continue coming back. You're on TV. Anyway. Yeah, so we agree. Now, when the enemy was disbanded and placed on the earth, he developed several things. Something called familiar spirits. A familiar spirit is something that when you have accepted Jesus into your heart, the enemy is not omnipresent. He needs to know what's going on. So he then initiates or sends out or dispatches familiar spirits to abide with you. This is real stuff. Familiar spirits will be, what's your name? Martine. Familiar spirits will be with Martine, and they would know that she had an omelette this morning, or she drank orange juice, or what she did yesterday. They would know. As well as Keith, they would know all the things that Keith did. Now, the Bible then talks about a medium, a person who listens to familiar spirits and then speaks what he hears. Remember on some many times on the television you said, "Call me now." Anybody remember that? Yeah, remember that? I wouldn't say any names. Go say it. Go say it. Go say it. Call me now. And then we have a number of people like that actually give you all different kinds of readings, and they say a number of things, right? And you go like, "Oh my God, oh my God," and you freaking out because they just said the same things that you did this morning. All they've just done is tapped into the familiar spirit. They hear the familiar spirit and they tell you what you want to hear. So anybody have a sign that says psychic and tarot card reading, please don't go. Please don't go. In fact, all you're doing is opening up yourself to witchcraft. I said it. You're opening up yourself to witchcraft. I don't care how religious they look, how many crosses they have, how many Bibles they have in front of them. From the time they said, "Let me read your palm," at that point, please run. Please run. It makes no sense. All right? They are mediums, and they're consulting familiar spirits so that they could tell you things that you want to hear. Now, how does the horoscope work? The horoscope, basically, and zodiac is a generic and generalization of things. They might say something inside of there that might address your circumstance at a point in time. So Martine, she comes to the cafeteria one morning and she opens the newspaper and the horoscope says, "Today you're going to meet a handsome young man. And he's going to sweep you off of your feet." So Martine is like, she opens the paper. "Whoa, okay, cool, you know." You know? And Keith is in the cafeteria across on the other side. But he doesn't know what's going on. He's just like, I'm cool, right? Familiar spirits, this is what they do. And they operate in teams. So on this hand, Martine, the familiar spirit says to you, and you're sitting there like, and you feel it's like your own thoughts. It's like your own thoughts, but they're putting it in your head. My dear Marty, this is familiar spirit. At the count of 5, I want you to look to your right and just blush. Is that right? Cool. Now, the familiar spirit works in teams. It comes to Keith and says, yo. At the count of 5, I want you to look to your left and give me one of the best macho looks that you could give me. Is that all right? So now, familiar spirits. This is your zodiac. This is how the horoscope works. So now, I'm going to count. And at the count of 5, the familiar spirits have unleashed what they are expecting to happen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chemistry. You all understand that? Chemistry. Chemistry has just taken place now as a result of you reading what you read. And all she did, she found an alternative now to God. Now she's going to use this for her consulting. If something happens on a daily basis, oh, my horoscope said so and so. Oh my. And all of a sudden, idolatry has kicked in. You have just dethroned God and put somebody else on the throne. An alternative has just taken place. Is that all right? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. So now, is it wrong or right to be reading your horoscope? It's wrong. Very wrong.